goal. You saw Mark Wade head on the basketball. That's where he was able to steal it, moving the legs.
This is Fennis Dembo.
And the Tark pulled our leg. Armin Gilliam is playing Eric Lechner.
Summers is fouled by Bass Knight. That's his first.
Of course, over the years, only people in basketball tip their hat to the great ability defensively of Jerry Tarkanian's teams. Not given the recognition and due he certainly deserves. The soft touch.
The foul is on Bass Knight. Keep in mind, Tarkanian runs a shuttle at center. Bass Knight starts, then comes Richard Robinson, David Willard, even Elrich Hudson.
A little double up by Banks.
Lechner, not even close. Summers with the follow. Rebound, the running Rebels.
Wyoming with balance. Man-to-man.
Banks. This is Wade. Down deep to Gilliam. Rebound Summers.
You noticed everybody on Wyoming up on the outside shooters. It should help Gilliam and down by the box.
This is not the pace that the Cowboys want. Dembo. Whoa!
I think Gilliam got him too. They used Lechner to get free. Dembo ran off. Lechner got himself, and he finished that one beautifully.
They call him the Electric Man. He plays with so much energy.
For Wyoming, in his 24
He's got some charm, too, doesn't he? Great with people. Turk Boyd, shot of him.
Dembo shooting one only.
Boyd replaces Sean Dent. Dent may be hurt a little bit. 78% free throw shooter. 3-2 Cowboys.
Dembo up on patio. Banks has 2 less three-point attempts than the whole Wyoming team.
Patio from 3.
Got to put a body on him.
The follow by Gilliam. And the Rebels lead by 1. We've got 18 minutes and 15 seconds remaining first half. Tim Brandt, Bill Raftery from the Kingdome in Seattle. We have another whistle. And the foul is called on Reggie Fox.
Off the basketball. Both clubs teed it up man-to-man.
Foul charge to
The chalk has prevailed in the NCAA. 3 number 1s in. Vegas trying to be number 4.
In 11 years since John Wooden retired at UCLA, there has been only one national champion come from outside an Eastern time zone.
Here's the pace now. Rebound. Only opportunity break. Now, Patio not known for his defense of all the Vegas people doing a good job.
Turnaround by Lechner.
Good run by Gilliam.
Banks for 3.
Oh, that's his game.
7-5 UNLV.
by 13, Freddie Banks of Las Vegas.
We knew Dembo would have to handle against the pressure. Takes the guards. They can relax a little bit. He can handle. A lot of banging. Lechner now teeing up on Gilliam.
That's Lechner's first.
Foul charge to Wyoming's number 43, Eric Lechner.
I think he's just trying to establish his territorial rights.
He's the one guy they can ill afford to lose.
Lechner has battled foul trouble this year. He's fouled out 4 times.
Turk Boyd with a good hand in. Of course, Jim Brandenburg, known for the defense as well.
Ball came over here. I thought you'd have your first assist.
I was under the table. Of course, a lot of people thought Wyoming would be home mending fences at this time of year. That's that long rebound.
Boy, they're banging.
Turk Boyd kicked that out to Fennis Dembo, but that long rebound is very important to Wyoming. They have to react to the missed three-pointer.
Dembo inside the Lechner.
Does he draw a crowd? He kicked it out, but he didn't do it well. Now, James Brown and UB Brown did a ball game, Wyoming and Louisville, and James Brown walked into that town behind the analyst. He couldn't hear the subway. He was a little nervous walking into Laramie. Came back with some great stories on Fennis Dembo and his ability.
It's going to be against Dembo for the block, and Patio is the man that was fouled.
When you're looking for the three-pointer, you got to go up quick, and that's what Dembo did. And, of course, knowing UNLV likes to take it, the penetration caused the foul.
16-15, remaining first half, 7-5 UNLV. Sean Dez on the Wyoming bench. He has his shoes off. He may be injured. Gilliam.
Gary Graham, who you'll see later on, was telling me when Gilliam walked in, he had brick hands. Now, I've never heard that said. Now he says he has the softest hands of any big man in the country. Great pressure.
Fox penetrates. The pass to Lechner off his hand will go the other way.
He's pretty good at having his hands ready. Some equipment problem over there.
That was Dent. He's lacing him back up.
Oh, Freddie, my goodness. Great look. On the money. Jarvis Bassnight reacting. Challenging the ball. Look at that is hard work. You got to move the legs. Strut, turn. Little help here by Mark Wade. The reaction. They go after you on each pass, each dribble. Very difficult to get an easy one. But here's where Eric Lechner did not have the hands ready. And again, the rotation down helped out.
Phil, that foul was on Bassnight. That's his second personal. Turk Boyd goes to the line. He is the best all-around athlete on the Cowboy team. Shoots 67% from the free throw line, though. He's not a very good free throw shooter.
Tark didn't get his wish of playing UCLA. That was what all the players wanted. He'll settle for Wyoming now.
What a job Jim Brandenburg has done. Boyd converts them both. Wyoming now trails by 2.
Vegas takes quick shots, but generally good ones, other than Freddie and Patio.
Bassnight working against Summers. Can't find it. Bangs it back out front. This is Patio for 3.
Here's the opportunity break. Catch it first.
11 turnovers for the Cowboys.
Number 10, Sean Dent.
You mentioned Brandenburg and what he's done at Wyoming. A lot of it's been the defense. Summers tried the three-quarter. Made good judgment because it wasn't there. Sealed that baseline. Caused the kick.
15 minutes, 5 seconds remain. First half, 9-7. Rebels. Gilliam turnaround.
Armin Gilliam is going to get a lot of shots because you have to be concerned about the deep threats of Vegas.
Patio's first basket.
Good motion.
Pressure turnover for the Cowboys. This is Wade, 3-on-1. Bassnight. Good night.
And Mark Wade set it up by dribbling left and opening up the passing lane.
With 14-28, Jim Brandenburg wants to talk it over. UNLV leads 13-7. UNLV won 3 games in their conference tournament by an average of 27 points. The Rebels have won the first 2 games in the NCAA tournament by 25 and 19.
I know how they feel. A few years ago, I played the Tark. He ran away. Our kids were at the student pub early, but the defensive pressure outside opening up for Gilliam. In tight, and I think you'll see a lot more of that. And of course, Patio then able to weak side rebound.
Lechner has not been involved for the Cowboys. Wyoming has turned the ball over 7 times. It's 13-7.
El Hud there, the pressure on Fennis Dembo. They just don't give you anything easy. Good help by Gilliam. Constant reinforcement by their partners, Vegas.
Sean Dent is back into the ballgame for Wyoming. This is Lechner on Gilliam.
That's his shot, but he forced him a little deeper.
Wade, the quick outlet pass.
Nice play. Gilliam. Hudson with a gorgeous pass.
15-7. Lechner, they're going to call it on Lechner.
No. They're big guys. Let them play a little bit.
The second personal foul on Eric Lechner.
Here's the post pass and good position. Gilliam giving it up and a little theatrics. They're big guys. Play on.
Now playing for Wyoming, 50, David Legends.
Of course, the officials in the game from different conferences. Jody Sylvester, Big East, Big Ten, made that particular call. He's been used to surveying.
Nice pass inside. This is Dent. Boyd.
And a good non-call because he didn't have control of the basketball.
24, Boyd.
Wyoming pulls within 6. 12:52 remaining first half.
Oh, he curled him.
Bass Knight walk, gets away with it and scores.
A hook and a walk. And Bass Knight looking for some airtime.
17-9, Rebels, 12:32, first half. This is Dent to Boyd.
Oh,
Nice backdoor.
sure was. Old time. Years ago, the only place they did that, CCNY with Nat Holman. Ooh, Banks and Dent.
Into the game for the Rebels, number
These two
40.
teams have been having words since they lined up for the tap.
32, Gary
For Sean
Graham.
Dent said, Fennis action, if he plays as well as he talks, we'll be fine.
Is by number 10,
Gary
Sean
Grant
Dent.
comes into the game. Banks goes out.
Team foul number 5.
Gary Graham with the ball. His brother Ernest played at the University of Maryland. He could light him up from outside.
I can see the opening for Gilliam in there.
Gilliam.
Even when Wade has the basketball.
Gilliam now has 10 points. UNLV 19, Wyoming 11.
Mark Wade just said, I didn't hit anything.
Rebel foul.
But he
charge number
reacted so well.
10. Mark Wade, his first.
Dent and Wade are still jawing right in front of us.
A lot of woofing on the floor. They've done a good job on Dembo.
Dembo's taking it as a personal challenge.
Bad shot. And there's number 3.
3 on Lechner.
Changes the whole game. They've got Fennis Dembo out of the game, on the floor, and right now Lechner's liable to be out by Brandenburg, and the swipe out of position. You got to respect the checkout and get back.
Dave Lodgins comes in. Lechner will sit down, and he leaves with 3 personal fouls and just 2 points. Wyoming trails by 8.
They're going right to Gilliam with Lodgins on him, taking advantage of the inexperience.
Graham for 3.
3 points for Graham from Gilliam.
You can't turn the ball over against UNLV.
You've got to run your half-court set. Great help. Charge. Whoops, they got to step in. They can't get anything going their way.
Throwing the ball all over the place. It's just like chumming for Sharks. UNLV will come to it and attack it relentlessly.
Foul called on Wyoming is number 24.
They are amazing. 9
7 on the
with
team.
11 minutes left in the first half, and he may not use his towel tonight.
For Wyoming, returning is 25, Reggie Fox.
Concerned look on Brandenburg because they're unable to get their half-court set, run their motion, and get good shots.
Number 33.
Fox comes back into the ball game. Boyd will sit down for Wyoming. Hudson is at the line. We are shooting 1-1 already in the bonus. Rebound Dembo. 22-11. UNLV.
Good hustle by Lodgins.
And again a whistle. And Lodgins comes in and really starts to play aggressively off the bench. Lodgins, 6'10", 230-pound junior from North Vancouver, British Columbia. Played on the Canadian national team a year ago.
First time Dembo's gotten the ball where he can be a threat.
Dembo tried to dunk it, and Willard fouled him.
Good defense. You don't give up the easy one. Terrific reaction. The bench applauding Willard. They're very alert.
If he had just laid it in, it wouldn't have been blocked. Took it behind his head for the slam.
Amazing. Well, he's a little bit frustrated. Hasn't been able to get on the board easily. Been a struggle.
The shooter has 34.
He has 3 points, 1 for 1 from the line. He's a 78% free throw shooter, shooting 2. 22-12. UNLV. Trying to pull within 10. He made all 16 of his free throws against UCLA.
Of course, composure. Iowa started poorly, as you recall, rattled. Wyoming the same boat. But this relentless pressure really questions your judgment a little bit. This stack set, boy, they're just going to the big guy.
Gilliam down low. Nice turnaround.
Now here's a guy, well, should be a take, right? Leaning over the baseline. Elhud. And Dembo always has something to say. He could really aggravate you, don't you think, if you were on the floor?
Now, what did you teach your guys if the defender was leaning over the inbound line?
Well, I would say throw it off their lower body, but I would hit to make sure it was low enough that they didn't become sopranos. But it's one of those things, you got to get them away from the baseline.
It's a good thing this is late night TV. 24-13 UNLV. Here it is.
The fight now, of course, defense trying to get set up, and
see what he did? He swatted the ball away from Dembo while he was standing out of bounds.
Can't do it. You know, Gilliam didn't play in high school. Was a wrestler in Pittsburgh. Played a little bit, I should say, but wasn't a great player. And Sonny Vaccaro runs the Dapper Dan game. Didn't put him on the Pennsylvania All-Stars. And Timmy Gergovich, the assistant, he had heard he had some abilities, put him in, or got him, or helped him get into junior college. And, of course, he ends up being probably a first-round draft pick after this year.
Dembo misses 2 after hitting 19 straight in this tournament. 24-13 UNLV. 10:38 remaining. First half.
As the ball wasn't inbounded, thus the 2 shots.
This is Reggie Fox.
Vegas makes it tough to turn the corner out front. You can't swing it side to side.
Dembo for 3. Yes.
Well, he got down and ran the box, and now he's pointing at the bench. He's got a lot of hot dog.
Gary Graham for 3. Followed by Gilliam, and a foul on Lechner. Correction. Lodgins.
Well, Venice Dembo was so busy pointing at the Vegas bench. Down underneath, you'll see the miss. He had pointed. Of course, the missed time hit the rim. Lodgins a little bit late. But I think Fennis should play a little bit. You know, it's all right when you got 40 to start pointing at people.
Lodgins sits down. Lechner comes back in. He has 3 personal fouls. Gilliam has a weightlifter's body and a baby's soft hands.
Speaking of soft hands, huh?
Willard with a follow. UNLV's lead is 12. 9:58 first half.
Vegas is backed off the pressure. Now at the half court. A little trap. Run and jump. See Gary Graham in the middle. Looking to be the free safety. Now this is work.
Fox.
couldn't do was rebound. Little high-low set there. Willard looking for Gilliam.
Willard from 15 feet.
I saw him early in the year, preseason NIT. He's a pretty good offensive player. What pressure on the basketball.
Lechner gets it back. The foul's going to be on Gary Graham for reaching in.
I can't blame Brandenburg for playing Lechner. He feels, hey, look, don't foul, play as long as you can. We got to get back in this game now.
You're seeing the shuttle system run by Jerry Tarkanian.
24-point returns for Wyoming.
They just work him in and out of that center position as Bassnight comes back in, replacing Willard. Boyd comes back in for the Cowboys.
And it's a correction.
Starting early, huh? You'd admonish your child for biting the towel, would you? You let grown-ups get away with it.
UNLV has been in complete control.
Graham did a good job presenting himself as a passing lane.
Again to Gilliam, the turnaround. Lechner with the rebound, a whistle and a foul, and it's on Gary Graham. And every time that whistle blows, Lechner takes a deep breath.
He took a peek at the official. That's what I was chuckling about.
Rebel foul, charged to 32. Gary Graham is second.
He's an awfully nice young kid. Lechner is very soft-spoken, shy guy. Personality almost opposite of Fennis Dembo's. Fennis is very outspoken, very energetic.
Fennis is the guy you don't want to have breakfast with.
Wyoming now has missed 5 free throws in a row. They trail 30-18.
Both clubs man-to-man. Vegas a little run and jump on occasion.
Banks.
A little too close for Freddie, huh?
3-on-1.
That's the poise they need. Would have been a gamble to make that pass. How often do you see that? Vegas asleep defensively.
30-20. 8 minutes. First half. Mark Wade, the quarterback for the running Rebels.
It's going to be on Gilliam. Oh. They're going to use opportunity breaks whenever they can here. Not having control. Sneaks a peek at his teammate, but just can't get it back. Graham filling in, hustling.
Foul charged to 35.
He actually had Dent on the right side.
Well, he didn't have control. He fumbled it, and then the defender got in, and, of course, the secondary break there with Lechner.
Foul was on Gilliam. That's his second personal foul.
Unbelievable gamble, huh? Lechner
For the Cowboys, 32. Willie
being on the floor.
Well, they almost have to, though, Bill. If they don't, they're taking a gamble of getting blown out.
Great respect Brandenburg must have for Lechner's self-control.
Willie Jones, consummate role player. Usually the first forward off the bench. And with 7 minutes and 51 seconds remaining in the first half from the Kingdome, it's UNLV 30, Wyoming 22. The road to the Final Four continues tomorrow on CBS, 1:30 Eastern Time. The doubleheader starting in the Southeast, Providence and Georgetown, then moving to the East Regional. The Orangemen of Syracuse against the Tar Heels of North Carolina. You know, Bill Raftery, as fast as the game has gone and as quick as the pace has been, Wyoming's hanging tough, trailing by 8 with 7:51 first half.
Of course, the concern, I'm sure, of Jim Brandenburg is Eric Lechner. He's got to stay on the floor, and Dembo has to get into a comfort zone.
Lechner has 3 personal fouls.
Boy, they're going right at him. Tark, say, let's get number 4 on Eric Lechner.
Outstanding hands by Turk Boyd. Makes the steal for the Cowboys.
Robinson now. Of course, the post pass, you got to work at it.
Boyd throws it away. Now look at this. We talked about tempo prior to the game. Wyoming wants to hold it up and slow things down, and yet in 22 possessions, 21 of them, they shot the ball in 21 seconds or less.
And no surprise on Vegas, is there? Great defense again to help. That was a kick. Good call. Sam Lichtleiter. Of course, he works, I believe, Big Ten and ACC. Right on top of it. But Wade has that ability to read ahead. Almost came up with it.
That's the story.
That has hurt them.
And yet 10 turnovers, and they still only trail by 8.
A confident team.
Hanging in. Playing tough. Now, this is a team that has been underrated, certainly unnoticed across the country.
Of course, they don't get the media attention.
Lechner in the lane, and he's fouled by Willard.
Now, Willard made a mistake there. He really didn't have to. Lechner was off balance, fading away. He leaned in and gives him a chance at 2 freebies.
Gas Knight, Willard, Robinson, Hudson, they've all been playing in that middle for UNLV. That's 20 fouls to give.
2 free throws for 43.
Contrast in styles, not only between these two teams, but Wyoming and Nevada, maybe neighboring states, but you think of Las Vegas, you think of the glitter, the fast pace, you think of Wyoming, you think of the laid-back, wide-open spaces. A newspaper columnist this week said there are 2 seasons in Wyoming. Rodeo week and winter.
They got their basketball. Of course, they're energy-related state. They've had their problems. They've all rallied around this club.
You're right about the basketball.
There's that high-low again. Willard with steps.
He walked.
He had Gilliam, but he looked for the shot first, and Tark up and after Sam Lichtleiter. He's a gentle guy, you know that? Sat next to him this morning at breakfast with his family.
Both these coaches are. You know, in Brandenburg's 9 years, he's won 3 WAC titles, 2 trips to the NCAA, a trip to the NIT.
Oh, he's smart.
Lechner scores and fouls.
Oh, I thought he gave it the old Willis Reed hop.
And Wyoming is now within 5 and a chance to cut it to 4.
You see how important Lechner is. It's tough to front. He's strong. Gets that little break in his back toward the man off. The advantage step, and that's 4 on Willard, isn't it?
I'm not so sure that's not the reason they had him in there.
Now, they're going to give 20, I guess. Jimmy Gergovich alongside Willard, explaining a thing or two.
The lead is just 4.
Knocking at the door.
The Wyoming fans have come to their feet.
Look at the aggressive trapping of the post.
Lechner. No foul call.
Pass Knight strong to the goal. Gambling with Lechner has certainly paid off, hasn't it?
Jones. Oh, misses the dunk. Lechner. There's a foul. It's going to be against Bass Knight. And that's 3 on Jarvis Bass Knight.
Willie Jones, Oakland Junior College. Tremendous bounce to the goal, and this is how to finish it off. Aggressive. Ooh. Read those lips.
2 free throws for 32. Willie
Jones was an honorable mention All-American at Oakland Junior College. He shoots only 66% from the line.
They could have really helped themselves with these charity tosses. Wyoming's done a good job taking away the deep shot. And they really haven't gotten inside enough for me.
It's down to 3. Graham. Cowboys. And the foul's going to be on Mark Wade. Now UNLV wants a timeout. The lead is 3 with 5:32 remaining in the first half. The running Rebels led 30-18. The Cowboys have run off 9 straight, and they've stopped going to Gilliam inside.
Oh, this is get even. Beat them at their own game. 4 people out on the break. Of course, Wade ends up giving the foul, but right now, opportunities presenting themselves, and I just think Tark's got to scratch it a little bit. You got Gilliam in there. He hasn't touched the ball enough. They've been pounding to Bass Knight and Willard. Gilliam is the guy that can ring the bell for Vegas.
The running Rebels have not scored from the free throw line. Look at Wyoming. If they had converted the free throws, they'd be ahead now. They're down to 2. Boyd cuts it to 1. It's 30-29. UNLV with 5:30 remaining in the first half.
Willie Jones doing a great job on Armin Gilliam. Great pressure. Causes now Wade really should have played. He knew it was backcourt. He should have touched it in here. Now you've got it into an offensive threat position. Clark saying it was touched. Good coordination by the officials.
Wyoming has scored 11 straight points. They now have the ball and can take the lead for the first time tonight.
John Moreau, game summary there. John Moreau discussed it with Jody Sylvester. Good coordination by the officials. Fade away. They're going to give this to Willie Jones, but Jarvis Bass Knight could have had it as well. They're running in the middle of the floor, trying to fight to get back. Good job by Jones. A little smile.
Wyoming's number 32, Willie Jones, first personal.
21-44.
The shooter is 44.
Gary Graham sits down for UNLV, so now it's Patio, Gilliam, Bass Knight, Banks, and Wade. This is Bass Knight. And the Rebels are now 0 for 3 from the line.
The long rebounds, that's 2 now. Gilliam may have gone up and down.
Rebound Lechner. 3-on-1. It's 31-30 Cowboys.
Finishing the breaks. Key element. Simple for Vegas, isn't it? Wouldn't you pound it into him?
Absolutely.
Let the big guy have a field night. Over penetration by Sean Dent.
Banks.
They had Lechner deep. Good move by Dembo.
UNLV has been ice cold from long range.
I'll assure you one thing, they'll keep taking him.
What did you say about Banks? He has no conscience.
He gets his feet set
Dembo.
very early.
The Rebels are running. This is Patio. 3 points.
Points for Patio.
Great confidence. They know they can guard, so they're willing to take the quick long shot.
Just as quickly, UNLV is back up by 4.
Dembo's got to get into the flow. Still forcing. He's got his man. That's better. Pounded in there, too.
Dembo now has 12 points.
Nobody back.
Dent.
Darkanian is shot.
We're tied at 35. Gilliam pulls the string. Rebound, Dembo.
Did you see Lechner back off? Very intelligent.
Graham comes back into the ball game for the running Rebels.
And for the Rebels, 0-0, Richard Robinson.
Richard Robinson comes in, so they continue the shuttle inside in the middle. Dennis Dembo sits down to take a break.
And Jim Brandenburg wisely getting Lechner out as well to make sure he doesn't get number 4.
Gilliam, jump hook.
Gilliam.
Nothing but net.
Just a little bump freedom.
Armand Gilliam now with 18 points. UNLV with a 2-point lead. Too much dribbling again by Denton, and he turns it over.
The guards have over-penetrated and caused problems, and twice, right in front of Coach Tarkanian, they kicked it off their legs. So they can play off ways.
Gilliam is mugged. And it's going to be on Summers.
I think Dente may give it to. He helped out, but this is what I love. That takes a lot of work. The leg movement, the reaction, it's just terrific. Keep going after it. He uses zigzag drill to set that up.
Dembo and Lechner will now come back into the ball game for Wyoming.
43, Eric Lechner.
So much for that strategy. Lechner going to be an offensive factor. They're just worried about him on the defensive end.
UNLV is 0 for 3 from the free throw line tonight. Hard to believe Gilliam did not take up basketball until his junior year in high school. (38-35) Rebels. 1 minute, 39 seconds remaining in the first half. We're at the Kingdome.
Graham with great pressure and a lot of mouth, too.
Lechner.
Nice look.
Oh, Lechner.
A reverse.
He now has 10 points.
Oh, they're going to call us. Patio ran into Dembo. See, when Dembo plays within the confines of the offense here, you see the three-quarter. He waves Lechner baseline. Of course, the great finish here by the big guy. He's played so well with the foul problems. But Dembo just stepped in. Patio ran right over him.
It's 1-1 for 34, Dennis Dembo.
38-37. UNLV.
Some strength.
Gilliam over the back, gets away from it. Lechner gets the rebound for Wyoming. (52 seconds in the half. 29 seconds on the shot clock.
Dembo used Lechner so well to get free.
This is Dembo. Oh, what a move! The slide. Venice the Menace and Wyoming leads by 1. Dembo has 14 points. The Cowboys lead by 1, and the Rebels will hold it for 1 shot.
They got to be concerned. Penetration in the 3.
Graham. Wyoming ball. with 1 second on the clock.
Some strength to get it that far.
That's the end of the first half. With a score, Wyoming 39, UNLV 38. CBS Sports coverage of the NCAA Basketball Championship continues after this message and a word from your local stations.
Hawkeyes prevailing in overtime there, 93-91. Hey, 19 lead changes in the second half and the overtime. Iowa down a point at halftime, Marble putting them ahead there. And then as the game was getting down in the final minutes, Tim McAllister had the hot hand for the Sooners. And this basket on the inside had Oklahoma up by 5 with 2:17 left. B.J. Armstrong from the outside hits the three, tying it at 85, and Tom Davis's team took this baby to overtime, where they had a 5-point lead at one time, but back came the Sooners again. That basket put them up a point, and then this was the winner. Kevin Gamble from outside the three puts Iowa up 93-91. Billy Tubbs' team had one last shot, had to go the length of the court here, the Sooners. And watch the effort coming up. First, we're going to show it to you here in regular speed. David Johnson on the inbounds pass. And you'll see Oklahoma had a shot that actually, of course, didn't come close, but the time expired. The basket no good. Now, showing it in slow motion, Oklahoma enticed Iowa on the inbounds, looking for a technical, then tried a little pick play, trying to get to the free throw line. That didn't work. And then the third opportunity, the shot going awry, and it's an Iowa win.
BJ did an excellent job penetrating and getting me open for that shot. I had my feet planted and I got the shot up and it went down. You know, in previous games I haven't been shooting well, but that one went down.
So Kevin Gamble hitting the game winner, but hey, how about Billy Tubbs? Really, with 1 second to go, James. Interesting, he had David Johnson on the inbounds try to entice Brad Lohaus to touch the basketball. That would have been a tee. That didn't work. Then the pick play, which could have maybe been called, but wasn't. And then the long pass, and a shot was taken before time expired.
Excellent tournament coaching by Billy Tubbs. Red Auerbach calls it never losing the feel for the game. You've got to stay on top of it, being mentally alert, that is, the entire game.
All right, Kevin Gamble doing it, though. 26 points, and Iowa's now in the finals at the West Regional, awaiting the winner of this game you're watching, UNLV and Wyoming. Let's talk about the Midwest now.
Well, Bobby Knight directed his Indiana Hoosiers to the final of the Midwest region. They knocked off Bobby Knight's former assistant coach Mike Krzyzewski of Duke by 6 points, 88-82. Now, Indiana got some good production out of their front line in this game. Steve Alford finds Dean Garrett for the high percentage shot, and Indiana was looking pretty good early on. But Duke's John Smith was a pleasant surprise in the first half, scoring a number of ways, including that hook shot. That helped him to an early lead and set Bobby Knight to thinking. Now, what Knight came up with helped the Hoosiers on a 16-2 run, powered again by that front line. Duke made it a fight in the second half as Tommy Amaker stayed offensive-minded with 3 of his 23 points. That was a career high for him. That brought the Duke Blue Devils to within 2, but the Hoosiers just too strong in the front line as the teacher, Bob Knight, takes one from the student, Mike Krzyzewski, 88-82. Now, DePaul had been averaging 76 points a game. They were slowed down considerably today as LSU beat them by the score of 63-58. LSU has always done well whenever they've kept the team to 58 points or less. LSU now will meet Indiana in the final come Saturday.
All right, LSU, amazingly, is the only team from last year's Final 8 in this year's Grade 8. So, again, an excellent job turned in by Dale Brown. Let's tell you what's coming up in actually just a few hours, it seems like. 12 noon Eastern time here on CBS on Saturday, which, is, of course, we are in Saturday right now. The World Figure Skating Championships, an encore performance by the women, and we'll also have the pairs competition.
And look at Bill Raftery.
One of the keys, according to Coach Brandenburg, is to force Vegas into poor shooting. Done an outstanding job there. The 3 left with tremendous defensive ability, force you into tough shots. Right here you can see close to the season norm, holding Vegas to 43.
Right now, 38 points for UNLV seems to be pretty much in the range that Jim Brandenburg wanted to keep this game.
Man-to-man, both clubs. Little down double. Banks trying to get him in the game. He's 1 for 8 before that one.
Banks, assisted by Wade.
Pressure See if Vegas does a better job.
Summers working on Bass Knight.
Look at this. Fell asleep again. I have not seen this very often by a Vegas team. A lot of breakdowns in their half-court man.
Wyoming got one.
Curious to see if they go to Gilliam. Not showing any respect for Mark Wade, are they?
More bodies flying underneath. Play continues. This is Graham in the lane, and he lays it in.
That's what outside shooting does for you. Defense reacts quickly, balances off. You can blow by with the bounce.
Turk Boyd picks up his dribble. Down to Lechner in the lane. The turnaround jumper. No good.
Shot clock just so alert.
Boyd working on Banks. Gets it over to Dembo. This is Summers. In the lane, Dembo.
And an excellent non-call. Using the post man again. He's into the flow more the last 10, 12 minutes.
Dembo now has 16 points. And his team has a 1-point lead.
He's going to be soft on Wade and help out on the post.
Wade to Gilliam. Kicks it out to Bass Knight for the layup. It won't drop. Here come the Cowboys.
How did he do that?
Question is, what was Lechner doing all the way down this end of the court?
Balancing the floor.
Bad pass. The Cowboys get away with it.
Clark after the year with Wade, he's not so sure that the point guard, that's a tough shot. He's missed 3 out of 4.
The foul is going to be on Turk Boyd of Wyoming.
In the game for Wyoming, number
Clark was
32,
talking
Willie
about the
Jones.
point guard may be the most important spot after this year, the job Mark Wade's done, not the center, as he thought for so long.
Boyd, second personal.
Mark Wade broke the NCAA single-season assist record this year. He now has 374 assists. Inside to Gilliam. And he's fouled.
Boy, Gilliam set that up. Mark Wade turned to the fans from Vegas and said, wake up. But Gilliam sealed and presented himself for the basketball.
Willie Jones.
The overplay is baseline. The kick, very good look. That's just pretty basketball.
Gilliam now has 21 points.
For Gilliam.
Gary Graham was the key guy on that play. Saw that three-quarter baseline, kicked it to the point.
45-43, UNLV.
Great help there. Gilliam.
Graham, 3-on-1. Left side, Bass Knight. 47-43.
They've got Wyoming playing. Brandenburg signaled for a timeout. The pressure. Little zone that time. 2 quick turnovers.
Bass Knight gets the timeout. 13 turnovers for Wyoming. 47-43, UNLV.
Madeline Kahn.
Cowboys come from all over the country. Quite a tribute to the Wyoming basketball program. It's the only 4-year institution in the state, and in a time of financial struggle in that state, it has rallied around the positive success of Jim Brandenburg and his Cowboys. You know, Laramie has only 18,000 people, and yet the arena for the basketball team is sold out, and it's a 15,000-seat arena.
Of course, that program's a travel agent's delight.
Gilliam cannot make the save. Turnover, UNLV.
You don't see Mark Wade make that kind of mistake. Graham looked bad, but it was a tough pass to handle.
Cowboys have gotten careless.
Get a half. Dembo just threw that up for grabs. Bass Knight stepping in.
Minutes, 15 seconds remaining in the ball game. The Running Rebels lead it 47-43.
And Tim, you forget about the communication defensively necessary to play good man-to-man. And Vegas inside, talking through the picks, grabbing guys, making them slide properly.
UNLV is tightening the screws. They are really jumping on it defensively. This is Dembo, throws it away, picked off by Banks, and here come the Running Rebels. Graham.
Let's see Freddie Banks. He's not having a great offensive night, but he went down to help his partner on the baseline. Came up with that steal. Great.
Personal foul on Gary Graham. I would think, Bill, that the key here is for Wyoming to maintain composure.
Well, this is how they could do it. The big guy down in there in the box, he posts up well, they get the little touch, little tic-tac. But if he uses Lechner and stays within the confines of the offense, he can be devastating.
Dembo inside, has it blocked away. Lechner with the rebound.
He liked that one over. Gilliam with the foul. Lechner's close enough to jam it.
That's 3 personals on Armand Gilliam, the hammer.
Foul. 35. Gilliam, his third.
Because Tark, you know, he doesn't like his team to talk in the locker room, pregame meals. Al Menendez recruited Albert King, came back, said he liked the music box. He said, well, maybe noise wouldn't be bad.
In 19 years as coach, Tarkanian has won and won and won, but he's never won at all the NCAA tournament.
There's Al Menendez, the director of player personnel for the Nets. Old coach, assisted Tark.
Lechner.
Willie, up and over. That's what Lechner should have nailed.
That's the 3rd personal on Willie Jones.
Cowboy foul. Charged to number 32, Willie Jones, his third. Also the team's
15
third.
minutes, 27 seconds remain in this ball game.
Early in the year in the NIT, they never went to Gilliam in that game. They had a ton of three-pointers, Patio and Banks, but they're looking for him now. And it's so important for this club.
Gilliam scored.
It's a 6-point UNLV lead. Nice drop by Jones.
Froze Gilliam a little bit.
I think he was amazed that he came clean down low.
You know, I didn't know how good Gilliam was till I saw him on television because he didn't touch it enough. Bad pass.
Dent. No goaltending. Graham.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Jim Brandenburg in disbelief. Oh.
Wyoming foul.
I'm with you, Jim.
Boyd, third.
Foul is on Boyd, his 3rd.
The alley-oop for Boyd.
Number 4 on the team.
Banks in motion.
Checking in
Oh.
for UNLV, number 40, David
You can't
Willard.
go forward, as Hank Nichols explained to us at the meeting, the coordinator of officials. But I just think Banks didn't get there in time before the man leaves the floor. That's the key.
Another change for
Got to be able to
Cowboys,
come back down.
Well, now the man,
back in.
if he's moving forward, he's got to be in position before you leave the floor. That's the rule.
49-45, UNLV. We've got 14:34 remaining in the ball game from the Kingdome in Seattle. The Rebels trying to advance to the championship game of the West. Isles already in, and look at the rejection by Dembo.
Oh, Venice. You know, all these officials see big guys play, so they've seen the game played above the rim. You'll see the excellent anticipation by Venice And a gorgeous rejection.
But they called the foul on Dembo, his second.
The crowd just saw the replay on the big board. Oh, that's a shame to be punished for excellent defense.
Watch this.
Of course, the ref always can say the body, but that is just gorgeous defense.
How can that be the body? He was flying away from the shooter. The Rebels by 6.
Dembo with Lechner now. He's on the floor. Good call. Right now there, Dembo made a cut to the box, and Willie Jones dribbled in, ended up with a miss instead of going to Dembo. And he's saying, Willie, I'm the main man. Get it down to me.
Lechner's talking to himself, too. He heard the whistle again and got scared. He's got 3 personals.
He's only had one tough one against him, though.
Banks from 3.
No balance. Good recovery. Right on top of it. Excellent call. They got a tee as well. Excellent officiating, I thought. Secondary breaks.
Watch the pass by Dembo.
What's amazing, watch Vegas recover now. Everybody backing out. Dembo sees the secondary break and the move. Excellent call.
Banks is called for the foul. There's a technical foul. It's a 51-45 ball game.
So just get one shot for the tee and the ball out of bounds.
And a technical foul on the
Now, wait a minute. There's a technical, so he'll shoot that. He'll shoot the foul. We aren't in the bonus yet. You're right.
Non-shooting.
You're right. Dembo 3 for 6 from the line. He has 16 points.
Well, he deliberates a long time because they have 10 seconds to release. I just want to shoot a few more. He is finished.
Earlier tonight, Indiana advanced by beating Duke 88-82. And move on and play LSU.
Tries to help Dembo. He ends up with the ball frequently because he screens.
Lechner cuts the lead to 3. Banks for 3.
Undaunted. He'll keep firing them.
This is Jones.
The defense collapses. You can go side to side.
Nobody underneath for the Cowboys.
Patty looking to get his feet set for the jumper.
He's trying to get it down to Gilliam. Instead, they go out to Banks. Here's Gilliam inside. Jump hook won't go. Follow won't fly.
Willard
Finally, the foul on Willard.
That should be it.
And that's it. 5 personals on Willard. He'll say goodnight.
They are just teeing it up and going after one another.
33 Hudson.
Good, aggressive basketball. Of course, the end of it, this little reach over giving Willard number 5, but Patio with that slam, and they were going after one another. Anguish. Out in the fields, they probably chew a little of that, would you say, in Wyoming?
Willard sits down with 4 points. Minutes, 30 seconds remaining in the ball game. The winner advances to the championship game against Iowa. Dembo.
Lodgins. Good job. Dembo got hurt.
And they'll stop it. He's holding his knee.
I think what he had on the shot, maybe got one of those banging with the other knee, little bone. There's not a lot of sympathy by the Vegas people. He's had a few things to say. He's tired of hearing about UCLA and Vegas, he said. Wyoming wants a little ink.
It's been said that Dembo's the kind of guy that could give you 4 shots aside, then beat you on the 18th hole with a double press. Dale Brown, tournament tough, time tested, beats DePaul and advances.
Mr. Motivation.
Dent. Lodgins better be careful.
Gives Lechner a blow.
Nice pass by Dent.
Oh, what penetration with the bounce, and then finding somebody.
Turk Boyd converts it. It's 54-50.
They are tough. And they've had reason to crack a few times.
They're sagging now, backing up into the paint.
Lodgins, what a push. That defense sagging, but what you can do with the dribble, everybody's got to come over. Lodgins opens up nicely. You mentioned Boyd with the field goal. Terrific look.
Team foul.
That's the second personal on Lodgins. It is the 6th team foul for Wyoming. Lechner comes back into the ball game. Lodgins will sit down.
Great double screen.
Gilliam.
Nobody switched. Set play for Gilliam.
Gilliam now has 25 points. And UNLV leads by 6. Hudson is all over Dembo.
He's got to get near Lechner. That frees him.
Dembo still gets free and scores.
Good pass. Jones didn't make the mistake he made earlier, did he? Give it to Fennis when he wants it.
That's 19 points for Fennis.
Not a good one.
The outlet pass. Jones, reverse layup.
Vegas has made more mistakes not balancing the floor than I've ever seen them do.
The lead is 2.
Immediately you'll think guards, but of course when you turn over and take bad shots like that, they may be making a cut through.
Hudson follows his own shot.
33, Eldridge Hudson scored it.
58-54, UNLV. Just over 10 minutes remaining.
Good pin. Too easy.
What could be the biggest turnaround of the game? Lechner put it on the floor, missed the slam. They come down the other side, and there's a foul.
Now he came out of the game. You see him bent over here, a little bit tired.
7 on the team.
Lacks some stamina. He knows he missed the chippy, and it might cost his club.
I think it's more dejection than it is fatigue. 60-54. Time's running out.
We're not a company.
But outstanding people come to us every day.
People who want to make a contribution to a team and do work that really counts.
People eager to see new places, do the unusual, and find the unusual.
People who become your friends for life. People just like you.
We're not a company.
We're your country.
We're the Navy.
The Air Force.
The Marines.
The Army.
We're the armed forces.
It's a great place to start.
I like the way you make me laugh. I like the funny things you do. You got a style that's all your own. I like the sprite in you. You make me want to smile. You know you make me sparkle too. You're such a kick to have around. I like the sprite in you.
Sprite, the only one with lime in it. The unexpected twist that makes us different, livelier, special.
I like the Friday you.
Mazda wanted me to tell you about their brand new 4x4, but I'd rather show you. I hammered this truck for days to see for myself just how good it really is. Bottom line, best 4x4 I've ever driven, period. Another real surprise was that Mazda's loaded up SE5 4x4 is priced close to the other guy's stripped down 4x4s. Now, if you ask me, that's worth jumping about.
The Pac-10 didn't like Eric Lechner, so he came to Wyoming here. He should have just drop-stepped and gone up. The swipe by Eldridge Hudson. You can see Gilliam sneaking out, and all of a sudden, a quick turnaround. A miss one way, could be a 5-point swing. Gilliam with the finish at the other.
Lechner's first mistake was putting the ball on the floor. Sharks are hungry.
We got everybody now.
One shot.
They got a few of them in this building.
Gilliam has 28 points tonight. (61-54). 9:56 remaining in the ball game.
Continuing the pressure on the basketball. You better have a string when you dribble against Vegas. Make sure it comes back up. Lechner's got his guy. Lechner works hard trying to pin his man.
Lechner. Rebound Dembo. And it'll be Wyoming ball.
Boy, they are wrestling for the basketball. Both clubs very physical. See that upper body strength by Dembo.
Lechner's frustrated right now.
Pretty good control by Dent. Nothing there. Dembo's got his guy. He just can't sit. They pressure the ball. When you pick it up, you can't make the entry pass.
Boy, they are all over Dembo. When he touches it, they collapse on him.
Eldridge Hudson came over there. Of course, Gilliam, you're right, helped out. Gave the foul to Hudson.
Hudson is first.
That's Hudson's first foul. They keep revolving people down low. Hudson now on Gilliam, and he is riding him hard.
For Dennis Dembo.
That is a long time on the free throw line.
The difference in the ball game.
Punishing them on the glass. You have 10 seconds to shoot the basketball.
They're counting him. He's at 6.
Officials slow it down as they get to 10. That's sort of a cheap one when you blow that.
61-55, 8 minutes, 55 seconds remain.
Gilliam really backing Lechner in.
UNLV now using more time each trip up the court. This is Graham.
Look at this.
Rebound.
Nobody back.
Dent.
The guards aren't turning around and looking. Graham takes the shot. Banks is down in the corner. They can't get balance. And Turk Boyd has done a great job playing Freddie Banks.
61-57. Graham, the foul is on Lechner, and he's hurt.
Lechner went over to try and swipe the basketball.
Wyoming foul charge to 40.
That is Lechner's 4th personal.
Watch the sneak. This is the school I used to call a guy for cheating, right? Sneaking along, hanging for the chippy. They've done it often. It's helped them stay close.
Wyoming.
Lodgins comes back in, and Lechner will sit down, hoping to come back in with, say, 3 minutes left. unless it gets out of hand.
Well, Brandenburg played him, as you know, with those 3 in the first half, most of the latter stages. So he may go a little earlier than that.
How soon would you bring him back?
I'd wait till about 5, I would say. 3 in the first 5 minutes he had. He played intelligent without getting number 4. First, you'd watch and see how the game shapes up or takes form before you make a decision.
62-57. Boy, Graham shows you the depth of this club. Bringing the guy, he would start for most teams.
So they get the ball down the floor quickly. Lodgins mishandled it.
Dembo, Summers. Drives to Lodgins, and there's a walk.
John picked the ball up. Jonathan Summers kept rolling a little bit. He's had a quiet game on the offensive end.
Jim Brandenburg has to be very careful here with 7:56 remaining not to let it get away.
Summers did such a great job against Reggie Miller in that UCLA ball game.
Shut out Miller the last 10 minutes and 58 seconds of the game.
Be a good time to go to Gilliam with Lodgins.
Bass Knight with a little revolving door. Moves down low at a 65-57.
Slithering through. Great step. So much for your strategy. Lechner's up.
That's right. He's coming back in with 7:25.
You football players with your special teams and your nickel defenses gets confusing. Keep it simple.
KISS. KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Lechner has 12 points in the night. He has 4 personal fouls, and there's still 7:22 remaining in the game.
For the Rebels, 33, Elbridge Hudson.
Tark has rotated people because they work so hard defensively. The force baseline there by Gilliam, and the help is amazing. And, of course, they drill it every day. That's why they're good at it.
Try to get it inside to Lechner. He can't handle it. It's another turnover.
And Hudson got his hand on the basketball. You put your hands up, you spoil the vision. You can't make that dump underneath.
65-57. UNLV. 3-point shot. Gilliam inside. I'm fouled.
I'm crazy. Why? Things are going so great inside. Why do you need the three-pointer? Of course, negating my theory, good offensive rebounding. They just pound the glass.
You want an answer?
Yes.
Because it's UNLV.
He likes the long one. He figures he can pound the glass. He's really made an effort. Talking about kids graduating, he's trying to get all 6 to graduate. Feels they'll be on time.
Armand Gilliam is majoring in communications while you mentioned that. He said he wants your job when he's done.
Well, Tark's taken a lot of heat about the graduation rate over the years, and he feels he's given them a lot, even if they didn't get a degree. But I think a lot of the bad publicity, he's worked diligently to get things squared away, make sure these kids get out with something other than a lot of wins.
He takes that heat because in the first 13 years he was there, 54 of his players of the 67 left without degrees. Now 5 or 6 this year will graduate.
They got the foul down there on Graham. And of course, to finish the thought, the president wants less academic race. Therefore, they can supervise the players in a better fashion. But every once in a while, like with Lloyd Daniels and some of the other people, he likes to win, so he'll go out and recruit some kids.
Wyoming has only 1 timeout remaining. 6 minutes, 50 seconds left in the game.
Point being, if you take a risk, you got to really work hard with him.
3-point shot, air ball. Wade. Gilliam. Oh.
From Wade.
Dembo answers.
And Wyoming scores.
68-59 with 6:30 remaining.
He's smiling on his side. He can't believe the easy baskets they're giving up. You asked before about Lechner staying back on defense. When you see a break by your team, you should stay back. Look around.
Wade. And Den is hurt again.
Wade from Gilliam.
Hope it's a cramp. The way he's reacting. lot of times when you see this, it's a banging of two different knees. Inside pass going to help out. Little guys don't belong in there anyhow. See him get kicked, and of course Wade nails it when it's returned.
UNLV has taken an 11-point lead with 6:12 remaining in the ball game, and the Cowboys turn it over again. Hudson.
Credit Patio with great defense. The deny, the long arms. Wyoming trying to get right on top of it.
And Jim Brandenburg takes his last time out with 6:02 remaining, and UNLV leading 72-59. 72-59 UNLV. Tark Sharks smell blood. They're coming in for the kill with 6:02 remaining.
Well, the man is overlooked, though, defensively. Once again, revving it up. You saw Patio earlier cause the turnover. Freddie Banks, mentally so tough defensively.
Bad night for Wyoming, turning the ball over.
Got to get it to the Ray players. Get them in the game. Lechner and Dennis Fembo.
Jones, Dembo.
Now Fennis is really coming out deep. If he can get inside, use Lechner again.
3 points. Yes.
Just like I said, get it inside.
On Dent's assist.
That's 25 for Dembo. It's 72-62 with 5:25 remaining.
They have a lot of heart, don't they? Wyoming, you can't count them out. They're driven by Dennis Dembo. Using a little clock. Pick and roll. Pick and roll for 3.
Rebound to Lechner.
How often do you see that?
It's Fennis time.
On the pass. Nice play.
Foul's going to be on Gilliam.
Dembo looked at Lechner. Why didn't you shoot the ball? You heard the whistle.
The UNLV foul charge for 23.
Keep in mind now, Wyoming has no timeouts remaining.
7 on the team.
They're in the bonus. UNLV has only 16 fouls. And the arrow belongs to Wyoming.
That was just their 7th, Tim. Lechner's able to go.
Eric Lechner's the shooter. 1-1.
Both teams now in the bonus.
Pretty intelligent approach to hang in there in that first half and play with the 3. Come back in. He's a prospect.
Lechner cuts the lead to 8. The Cowboys are riding right back into it.
Well, they got to do it on this end. Suck it up. Get down the stance. And they've got to rebound. Offensive rebounding has helped Vegas.
Gilliam. Yes.
Lechner at that disadvantage. He's pinned behind. He's got a 3-quarter. He hasn't fronted all game either.
Gilliam now has 34 points. He's the only running rebel in double figures.
Almost 5. Look at that trap.
Dent comes back in frustration, fouls Wade, and Wade will go to the line, shooting 1-1.
Sean Dent got down. Try and find your way out of this one. At first he had Lechner, didn't see him. Of course, Boyd's so close there you can't make the pass. I mean, it's an impossible situation. Tremendous approach, isn't it, defensively?
They just turned the screws.
Mark Wade, the shooter.
It's great to have that. Tournament time. you know you can shut the other guy out in an important sequence.
We're under 4 minutes. The lead is still 10.
Now they're denying it the wings, out the point. He's made a lot of guys sell sneakers, Tark.
Look at Dembo. He's just posted at the foul line, not moving at all. Now he gets the ball, shoots and scores.
Dembo scored it.
Lechner waiting down in. He'd love to see Gilliam shoot it out there. That's a better job. He three-quartered Lechner.
3:15 left. Gilliam. No timeouts left for Wyoming.
Was a great high school player. Eldridge Hudson had a terrible problem with his knee, and then operate on half the player that he once was.
76-66.
Still pretty good, though, isn't he? Hudson, he's giving him some great minutes tonight.
He really fills a role. Just a two-point shot.
24.
Turk Boyd.
From Dembo.
The lead is 8. Wyoming needs the ball.
Oh, they fell asleep defensively there. 2-on-1, though. His leg went out from under him. Sean Dent.
Dent still limping. And Wyoming still trailing by 10. Banks. It may be insurmountable.
Oh, they give you that uncontested layup. You have to take it, but they'll use as much clock. And, of course, they'll just keep the pressure on, make it as tough to shoot and score quickly as they can.
Lechner inside. And again, he misses a layup, but follows his own shot.
43 Lechner.
The lead is back to 10. We've got 1:37 remaining, but Wyoming has no timeouts.
I'm not so sure Eric Lechner has seen this many quick defensive players coming at him on each shot.
The foul on Dembo. That is his 4th personal.
Wyoming is Reggie.
And Iowa waiting in the wings. Having beaten Oklahoma earlier tonight in overtime.
Jarvis Bass Knight re-enters for UNLV.
And UNLV showing now how the West is won.
They just wear on you, don't they?
They're relentless.
Best I ever saw a North Carolina 4-corner team played. When Phil Ford was there in the 77 series, you're taking a look there. I think that's Turk Boyd, isn't it?
Looks like he took a pretty good lick in the eyebrow.
Was when Vegas played them in the Final Four. And Reggie Theus played Phil Ford. They stayed at home, guarded their man, and let the man with the ball, Theus, play Ford. I mean, they've been able to do this for a long time.
Iowa head coach Dr. Tom Davis.
A lot to smile about, huh? Now he's got it out. Didn't use it much tonight.
Tark is the winningest active coach in the country, 82% of his games. And Graham boosts the lead to 12 points. UNLV just does not leave any room for error because they keep coming at you. If you crack just a little, they're all over you.
Two teams now, Iowa and Vegas, that have the same philosophy. Go after you 40 minutes. Two heavyweights.
Back for the Cowboys comes 24.
Turk Boyd comes back into the ball game.
UNLV
Banks asked for a timeout. Now, why would Banks want a timeout here? 82-70 with 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in the ball game. The running Rebels seemingly in control. Running Rebels leading 82-70, 1:12 remaining in the ball game. If the score holds and UNLV wins, they will advance to play Iowa in the championship game on Sunday. Iowa Won in overtime earlier this evening, 93-91 over Oklahoma. The foul is called on Dent. They'll go 1-1.
He doesn't believe it. Good rotation there. Jim Brandenburg, full court pressure, and then a trap out of it. That is the limit for Sean.
Now Saturday, as the road to the Final Four continues on CBS, in the East, it'll be the University of North Carolina against Syracuse. That's the second game of the doubleheader. We will start out in the Southeast region. The championship game, Providence against Georgetown. Providence has been some kind of impressive.
Great story. Rick Pitino. Of course, talking to Gary Graham the other day, he feels he and Mark Waite set the tone for this club with their work ethic. They said they practice hard every day, they go after it, and they hope it's contagious. It certainly was. And sad sight, but a great run by the Cowboys.
Keep in mind, it is a fairly young Wyoming team.
Venice will be heard from, no question. And UB Brown the other day really was high on Lecter in a UCLA game in terms of a future career.
Dennis Dembo. Dembo is a junior. Lechner is a junior. Reggie Fox is a sophomore. Sean Dent is a junior. And Jonathan Summers is a junior. So the entire starting five for Wyoming returns.
Fox, second personal.
That's the story.
Sure is.
And 7 of those 8 Wyoming rebounds belong to Fennis Dembo had several of those.
21.
But of course, Armin Gilliam was the mainstay.
Gilliam had 13 rebounds and 34 points.
For 7 offensive rebounds. Very low-profile player, Armin Gilliam. Just plays the game. They get him the basketball. He's happy. If they take the long three-pointers, as Banks will do on occasion, he'll just go to the glass.
Under a minute. The running Rebels, 86. Wyoming, 72.
Willie Jones for 3 points.
The pressure shaking
Jones
him up.
to Lechner. Lechner on the right side. 37 seconds remain. 86-75.
There's no timeouts. They can't stop the clock. They got a freebie.
This is Wade to Gilliam.
Fitting climax for a terrific game by Gilliam. Look at Wade back. Can he play the game?
Showtime.
Light up the strip.
The century mark.
Wade up with a cramp
Officials timeout
down the end. And that's just from hustling. He's fine. Move the toes. That's what your mother always taught you. Get the circulation going.
UNLV averages 93 points a game. They have scored 90.
UNLV is Gerald Patio.
Now, the man doesn't get the credit he deserves for coaching this game. He's up there with the blue chippers, huh?
56 years old, rarely changes expressions during a game. He has been both exalted and assaulted nationwide, but he can coach.
Oh, he sure can. Because part of that is the syndrome, maybe anti-Las Vegas, the town, that might prevail. People forget how good or how well he does on that basketball court. Look at those names up there. LIU, Claire B, of course, Adolph Rupp, and Johnny Wood.
Gary Graham is fouled before the shot. 6 seconds remain.
Fouled earlier.
So it'll be UNLV against Iowa for the title in the West. Indiana, LSU in the Midwest. Georgetown will play Providence. Billy Donovan and Delray Brooks in the Southeast. And in the East, it's the Tar Heels of North Carolina against the Orangemen of Syracuse.
Shooting is Gary Graham, 1-1.
We're down to 8.
Officials did a pretty good job, too, in a highly competitive game. A lot of banging, a lot of things going on above the rim. The chalk prevails, huh? A lot of number ones still alive. .75. This will be the last shot of the ball game.
For three, it counts, and the game is over. UNLV advances in the West. The Cowboys will go home. So the stage is set for the final act in the West. It'll be UNLV and Iowa. We'll be back right after this.